I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. So like on the one hand, they're the liberals are like, oh no, we've made mistakes in the past. We gotta get we can't shut down oil completely. We need to develop it. Blah blah blah. Perfect. Here's a motion. Let's build some pipelines. Denied.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Not gonna
Not
do it.
gonna do it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. And because of this, Canadians are joining all the other worldly counterparts that have investments in Canada, and they're jumping ship.
Yep.
So like people aren't just jumping ship with their physical bodies.
No, no,
They're
no.
jumping ship with their money, with their investment. They're saying, forget it. I don't wanna put my money into Canada. And if I have money in Canada, I wanna pull it out and I want to go invest elsewhere. Where's a better place to invest right now? The United
80,
States of America. It's a great place to
80%,
invest.
80% of it put up that graph that's at the top of my timeline there. That's from God, I can't remember if that's today or yesterday. That's yesterday. Folks, this is just a quarterly report from Stats Canada. It's Canada's net international investment by region. So, net international investment means that if we had more money, if more people invested in Canada than outside, then we would have a net position inside. But at this point, there's 1.8 trillion dollars of Canadian money invested in the U.S., more than is invested in our country. Basically, all Canadian money is invested elsewhere. And if you look at the dark blue line, there was after Carney got elected and we started fighting with the U.S., a little bit of money came back into Canada. Canadians buy Canadians. But now, as soon as the dust is settled and nobody's looking, everybody who said to buy Canadian is a hypocrite. No, the real people are not buying Canadian; they're buying American. You see it right there in the data, like $1.8 trillion. What are you going to invest in Canada in, Clyde? Like Royal Bank, TD Bank, which got scammed or which got fined for cheating. What else?
Like
Name me.
$3 billion as well.
Yeah,
Like a
yeah.
crazy amount of money.
Or yeah, you can invest. There's some great companies. There's some great mining companies. There's some great oil companies, but people don't even want to invest in those. They're investing in Tesla and Nvidia and Ford and Boeing and all sorts of great companies like that. Like
Oh yeah.
you know,
Nvidia, a great company. They've really come huge in the past several years. They're blowing
I
right
mean,
up.
I mean, I went to Walmart today. I'm not a hypocrite. I tell people I go to Walmart. Like if you're buy Canadian, the only place you can really buy Canadian when it comes to food, let's say, is if you go to your local farmers market. But come December, I have no choice. So I go to Walmart, and man, when I go to Walmart, I get stressed out. I gotta hold my breath in because it's a mass of humanity buying stuff made all over the world. Like
Yep.
it's and so you feel like bringing your camera and interviewing people like, hey, how much are you buying Canadian? Are you looking at the labels? Nobody's looking at the labels. What label do
Nobody
people look
cares.
at? Yeah, what label do people look at when they're buying something?
Just the amount of money.
The price. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it.
that's
They
it.
don't care. And
Yeah.
that reminds me, actually, we went into a Walmart and I pointed out a TV. I was like, hey, hun, have a look at this. Here's a 50-inch TV for 130 something bucks.
Wow.
And
Wow.
she's like, no way. No way. Like they probably sell that same TV in Canada. So she gets on her phone and she looks at the Walmart in Canada and finds the same TV. It was like over double the price in Canada, even with the exchange.
Wow. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Same brand, same model, same everything. It's just so
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. And then here you have Doug Ford or others saying, or Carney was famous for doing this, right? Like we need to sell decarbonized oil and decarbonized steel. That the rest of the world wants decarbonized oil. No, they don't. No, they
No, they don't
don't.
care
They
about
don't
any of
care.
that
Like
stuff.
Clyde, about 20 years ago, there was a popular thing for a while, like before DEI and green, it was ethical, right? Like a lot of companies would have an ethical, like would claim that Walmart was an example or whatever, right? Like Lululemon, like our shirts aren't made at sweatshops in Mexico. Our shirts are ethically made in wherever, right? And sure, it sounded good at first, but when somebody goes to pick up the ethically made shirt for $59.99 or the one from the sweatshop for $9.99, people are buying the $9.99 one. It's human nature. Like You need to be very affluent to be super, what's the word, virtuous, right? Like I don't have that luxury. I can't be that virtuous.
Oh, big time. And I got to read this one is in the chat saying double the price, but also double the wage per hour. And
Right.
that's a myth. That's absolutely a myth. Americans make on any job more than Canadians do, bar none. And like you go anywhere, you go to you know, fast food places. When I was down there, I saw a sign for an In-N-Out burger. It was $18.25 an hour to start. And you could go up to 22. Go to Buc-ee's and you're making $22 an hour to start if you want to clean the washrooms. Cleanest washrooms in America. They brag about it. They start you at like $20 an hour to be a cashier at Buc-ee's. A cashier. Like that's American dollars. At $20 is $27 Canadian. That's a lot of money, and you have less taxes. It's crazy.
The gross domestic production per capita is a measure that is kind of the best one we have for representing standard of living. And the GDP per capita of every single US state is higher than any Canadian province. Like even Alabama, like you think of like Alabama and Mississippi, like poor American states, people in Alabama make more per year per GDP than people in Alberta even.
And like the cost of living in Alabama is very low.
Oh,
is very low.
Yeah. No, I mean the only reason I'm stuck here because I married a Canadian girl, an Alberta girl, my mother-in-law. Until my mother-in-law passes away, maybe then I'd have a chance to move to the US. But I will say this: there is one thing.
Yeah.
I'm lucky because I'm older and I managed to retire and get my things in order, and I'm not so dependent on the economy right now. But there is one thing I don't like about the US, and it's not their people, and it's not whatever. It's the heat. I just don't do well in the heat. Like I could never live in Texas, man. I could never, ever live in Texas. Like, you know, I'm a cold person. I'm cold-blooded, cold person kind of thing. Like I love visiting Texas, but every time I used to go to Texas, I'd be like, holy smokes, man. How do you guys live here? Like the heat is hot. How hot was it now? I guess it'd be cool now, right? It's kind of...
Canada's a cold place, right?
Yeah.
Well, Canada is the hat. And like we saw the old map, the map of Canada, but where everyone actually lives. Right, it's the hat of the United States. There's a lot of cold places in the Midwest, Marty. You can go get your cars rested out, no problem, and still keep half your money.
I also don't like venomous things. Like they have snakes down there. I don't like snakes. I don't like things that can bite me and hurt me. Like people always say, "Aren't you scared of grizzlies?" I'm like, I am not scared of a grizzly. I'm scared of a teeny weeny little scorpion that oh God, don't even get me started.
They'll ruin your day. They'll ruin your day. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more clips like that, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. The link is right here. If you want to see it live as it happens, make sure you're subscribed to the Clyde Do Something YouTube channel. The link is right there. We'll see you in the next one.